Is Teelaunch the print-on-demand provider for you? Let's find out. What's up, guys? It's Kerry here, and if we don't know each other, I created this channel to bring you the best strategies, secrets, and hacks to grow your online business. And we talk a lot on this channel about t-shirts and print-on-demand. And so today, we're going to be doing an in-depth review of one of the most popular print-on-demand companies for Shopify called Teelaunch. And over the next couple of months, I want to do more of these in-depth reviews of some of these specific print-on-demand companies, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to be reviewing these print-on-demand companies and attempting to give you the most unbiased opinion that I can. I want to give you full disclosure that I have no affiliation with any print-on-demand company. I do have personal experience with some of these print-on-demand companies, but I'm going to try my best not to include any of that personal bias according to the experience that I've had. So today we are focusing in on Teelaunch. I did use Teelaunch. This was actually my first print-on-demand company that I ever used. And again, try to be unbiased as I do this. And so we're actually going to unbox, if you will, a t-shirt that I ordered from Teelaunch. And I'm going to give you all the details and kind of break that down. So the first thing we're going to talk about is their product offering and some of the pros and cons of using Teelaunch. All right, we're looking inside at their website right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over to the product section. And we're going to take a look at some of their product offering and kind of what their pricing is. And as we go down here and we kind of scroll through their products, you can see that Teelaunch has a pretty big product selection. And in my experience, they offer some of the most unique products that I've seen anywhere. You know, you've got things like a Bluetooth speaker, a dog bowl, canvas art. Obviously, you see the apparel there, and you're going to see a lot more things as we come down. Dog bowl, doormat, flag, some really unique stuff, even headphones. And so this would be one of the benefits of using Teelaunch, is that they do have a really big product selection. Now, as for the pricing, you know, you'll see that when we look at t-shirts, which is going to be what I'm most familiar with as far as print on demand, their t-shirt costs are, I would say, in the middle of the pack. They're not going to be the most expensive print-on-demand provider that you find, but they're also not going to be the cheapest print-on-demand provider. So great product selection, lots of different products, and kind of middle of the pack pricing. Now we're looking at their shipping costs. You see the product pricing here, and you also see the US shipping costs right here in this column. And as we go over here to the right, you see additional items. So if a customer were to order 2 items inside one package, you see what the additional item cost is there on the right. Now, this is the cost that you are going to be charged as the business owner when you make a sale for shipping. Teelaunch is going to charge you this amount for shipping. Now, specifically looking at t-shirts, you see right here these district t-shirts. Those are going to be $5 to ship one of those district t-shirts. And it's going to be $1.50 for each additional t-shirt in that package. And that's going to be the same for any of the t-shirts you see here. Now, as we go and find hoodies, because that's something I want to look at, you can see their unisex hoodie here, which they don't give a brand, is $18.50 cost, and it's $8 to ship with $1 for each additional item. And one thing I did find interesting is that when we look at their crew neck sweatshirt, if I can learn how to type, crew neck sweatshirt, this is a youth sweatshirt. There should be a kind of a unisex t-shirt here. Here we go. Crew neck t-shirt. That is still only $5, which is a little interesting because crew neck sweatshirts and hoodies are not way different in size. So, you know, you're getting a decent rate here on the crew neck sweatshirt, but when selling hoodies, that's it adds $3 of cost, which is quite a bit. Another pro of using Teelaunch is that they offer something that not a lot of print-on-demand providers offer, and that is personalization, personalized products. This is a very hot trend right now. And so here's what Teelaunch offers in the way of personalization. You can see they've got air fresheners, charging stand mugs. It would be a really good one. We've got beach towels, lots of different stuff in here that you can actually personalize. Now, your customers can personalize. Now, one of the things I've learned is that the personalization that they offer is only for images. Your customers are only going to be able to put images on these items. They will not be able to customize the text, but that is a really cool option that's not offered by a lot of print-on-demand providers and something that you should definitely consider because it is a hot trend right now. Another big pro of Teelaunch, again, they're one of the few print-on-demand providers that are offering combo apparel and combo mugs. What does that mean? That means that you can actually create products that are kind of like a bundle for your store, and your customers can order that bundle and they will print that together and ship it. So really cool, husband and wife, sister and brother, those kind of things. And so you can pick from these items for apparel to actually bundle up into one product. That's pretty cool for designs that really complement each other. And then the same thing with combo mugs here. You can actually have two mugs together that complement each other. It's a really, really cool option from Teelaunch. Hey, stay tuned because we're about to actually unbox and rip open an actual printed t-shirt from Teelaunch that I ordered. So we'll be able to see whether they have good quality or not. And I know that's a really important thing when considering a print-on-demand provider. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, would you mind just leaving it a like and also comment down below? What is your favorite print-on-demand provider? I want to know who you use and what your experience has been. And if you wouldn't mind, consider subscribing to the channel. We put out new videos every single Tuesday, and we'd love to have you become a part of the family. We've talked about a lot of pros of Teelaunch, but let's talk about a few of the cons. First of all, the pricing. Now, you could take the pricing as a pro or a con. As I said, in my experience of researching a ton of print-on-demand providers, I would say they're kind of middle of the pack for most of their items. They're not too expensive, but they're not too cheap. So that could be a pro on it or a con for you. Number two is their small selection of clothing. Now, as you look through their product offering, you'll see that they really just don't offer a lot of clothing. They've really just got t-shirts, hoodies, a few other items, a few baby items, but not a big selection when it comes to t-shirts and that kind of thing. And so if you're selling clothing, you're going to be fairly limited on what you can sell. And even some of the color selections are fairly limited with Teelaunch. Another thing I don't like about that clothing is that some of them aren't even labeled. So you don't even know what brand you're getting when you're creating your print-on-demand products for clothing. So I would consider that a con. And the last con I want to mention here before we actually open the t-shirt and look at the quality is that for clothing, Teelaunch uses UPS mail innovations. And, this is something that, in my experience, UPS mail innovations is not great. And I think you'll see that when I show you the actual shipping time and some of the things with my specific order that I ordered from Teelaunch. But what UPS mail innovations is it's a cheap way for companies to ship things. And what happens is they actually give the item to UPS. UPS then transfers it to USPS, and then USPS delivers the item. So it's kind of a process. There's a lot of handoffs. And in my experience, it creates some issues along the way. It's not as reliable as just going directly to USPS or directly to UPS. And I'm going to be showing you that in just a minute. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. So I've got a t-shirt here. I'm not going to show you the front because it's got my address on it, but I'm going to be opening this. It is sealed. I have not opened it, so I do not know how this is going to look, and I'm going to open it. And I'm just going to give you my opinion on what I'm seeing here with this item. This is a Take Imperfect Action t-shirt from the merch.carrieegler.com little store I have where you can actually order this shirt. And so I ordered this. Now, I've also ordered a few other print-on-demand providers t-shirts. The exact same t-shirt. So in future weeks, you're going to see me do an in-depth review of some of the other print-on-demand providers, and we'll be able to compare the quality between those print-on-demand providers. So today we've got Teelaunch. Next time we'll be doing Fuel, and we'll take the Fuel shirt and we'll look at it against the Teelaunch shirt. And I'm going to keep these labeled so we know where they're from. But before I unbox this, I want to talk about the shipping times. Now, I have to put a disclaimer here because I did order this specific t-shirt and also the next print-on-demand company. I ordered these in the middle of the holiday season. So this is a pro and a con. The bad part would be this isn't an accurate representation of what the normal shipping time will look like throughout the year. But the pro of this would be that if you're watching this around the holiday season, or you're planning to be selling with Teelaunch around the holiday season, you're going to get an idea of how slow or fast they're actually shipping around Christmas time. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. So I ordered this t-shirt on 12/22, just a few days before Christmas, okay? And it was delivered on January 4th, 2021. So that was 13 days from actually placing the order to being delivered. I would say that's pretty long. And that's just total days. We're not talking business days. So it actually shipped from Teelaunch on 12/28. So ordered on 12/22, but it didn't ship. I didn't get a tracking number until 12/28. That was 6 days for them just to ship it out. In my opinion, that's pretty slow. Even during the holidays, for Teelaunch to take 6 days to print my t-shirt and ship it, that's pretty long. So that's kind of what the shipping times look like. Now, one more thing that I want to show you before I open it is kind of what I was talking about with UPS Mail Innovations. When I actually show you the tracking information, you're going to kind of see what I mean here about all the handoffs. So you see the shipping label was created on December 28th. It arrived at the shipping partner facility on December 29th. This is actually going to be UPS. Now you can see departed the partner facility on 29th, arrived at another partner facility on the 29th. It looks like at the end of the day there. It departed that facility on the 30th, and then USPS did not get the item until January 1st. So it was dropped off at UPS on the 29th, but USPS actually gets the item on the 1st. That's where UPS hands it off, and then it starts shipping to me here in Oklahoma on the 1st. So you can see there's a couple handoffs. What that does, in my experience, it just creates more time and more issues, potential issues, with that item in shipping because of those handoffs. All right, here we go. We're going to open this baby. We're going to see. This is completely my first impression. So you're just literally going to get, like, if I make a funny face because it looks like crap, you're going to see it. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion based off no experience that I've ever had with Teelaunch. I just want to give you my opinion. Let's go. So I'm going to open it up. All right, here we go. I'm kind of excited just to see my own merch, but I have ordered these, but I have not ordered from Teelaunch. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's in the packaging. All right, boom. You can see that. Okay, so we've got a label here that just has my address. It's kind of stinky writing, some kind of little label. Okay, here's the shirt. Now, all the shirts that I've ordered are Bella and Canvas 3001. You can see that. There's the tag there. I don't know if that'll focus, but there's the tag. Okay, Bella and Canvas 3001. And this is my Take Imperfect Action t-shirt. And I'm going to show that to you. Okay, there it is right there. So this is if you're not familiar with the Bella and Canvas 3001, this is a great t-shirt, great all-around unisex t-shirt. It's soft, it's thinner, it's lightweight. I love this t-shirt, and so I want to give you my first impressions. Let me turn this around, look at it, and kind of give you my impressions, because I don't know how great it's going to show on the camera here. So first thing I want to look at is is it straight? And I think it's very straight. I think that the print is super straight. I think that the placement is pretty good, and I think the size of the print is pretty big. Okay, so that's first. I'm gonna put it up here so you can kind of see it. I think it looks really good. So let's talk about the color real quick. So one of the things with direct-to-garment printing is that the colors are usually not as vibrant as would be on like screen printing. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that back a little bit so you can kind of see that red as I talk. The colors are not as vibrant on print on demand or direct to garment as screen printing. So here's what I'm going to say about this red, because the white is not as thick or bright as I like it to be. The red is definitely a darker red color, as opposed to the red that I used was very bright and I wanted it to pop. But I think overall, I would say this is very good. I would say this is very good. There's not any bad spots. And what I often say, and what I would tell you when you're considering the quality of these print-on-demand providers, and how it will affect your sales and your customer, is that your customer is going to be very satisfied with something like this. So I'll get this up in the camera and kind of give you a close look of this coloring and see if you can kind of tell on camera what that looks like. It's not the most vibrant print, but your customer will be very happy with this. And I am very happy with this. I think this looks great. Again, the colors could pop more, but myself knowing direct to garment and knowing what it normally looks like and what a lot of the experiences I've had, I think this looks really, really good. All right, so let's wrap this up. What are my final thoughts on Teelaunch and if you should use them as your print-on-demand provider? Here's what I would say overall. I would give them a very good score on everything that I have seen here, and all things considered. I think this is a great all-around print-on-demand provider for most people out there. They're going to have a huge product selection. They're a company that you're going to be able to grow with as you want to add more products into your store. They have so many unique products, and I think that their pricing is pretty good. It's kind of middle of the pack, but it's definitely pricing to where you can make a significant profit on it. And I think their quality is good from what I've seen. I mean, the personalization, the bundling, so many pros. And I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons here. The cons that we've talked about, they have a relatively small selection of clothing with not a lot of, sometimes you can't tell exactly what product it is. They're using UPS mail innovations for a lot of the products, which isn't my favorite thing in the world. And the shipping was, slow-ish. It wasn't terrible, especially around the holidays. 13 days order to deliver. I would say that's okay. I'm okay with that around the holidays. So overall, I would highly recommend Teelaunch after seeing the shirt, looking kind of in depth at their business and what they offer here. They've also got a really good app, and I just think all around, this is a great print-on-demand provider to use. So I would definitely recommend them to use in your store. Hey, if you're not already selling with print-on-demand, I highly recommend that you take a look at Shopify for your e-commerce platform to host your entire e-commerce business. Shopify has over 246 print-on-demand providers in the Shopify App Store, and the majority of which you can partner up with and use their huge product selections and all that kind of stuff for free. Some of them have premium plans, but most of them have a free option. And this is, I believe, the best, easiest way to get started with an online e-commerce business. All of the products that you would need to source are right there within a simple, easy-to-use platform with Shopify linking up with a print-on-demand company. And you can get a 14-day free trial of Shopify by using our link. Just head over to shirtschool.com/Shopify. Get your 14-day free trial. I'd appreciate if you use our affiliate link if you enjoyed this video, but of course, no pressure to do that. Shirtschool.com/Shopify. Get that 14-day free trial. We'll see you next week.